South Texas. Hope your day is going well. We are starting off today with a little bit in the way of rain on the radar, and that's been leading to some wet roadways in some spots. We're going to be talking all about that here in just a moment. But before we get too far into that, I want to talk a little bit about the allergens that we have in the air. And it appears like I'm having some audio issues. 1 second, guys. We're going to see if we can work through the audio issue, and I'm going to see if I can get this audio fixed up. If y'all are noticing any audio issues yourself, please go ahead and leave that in the comments. I'm hearing a little bit of a robotic sound here on my end. All right, guys, we're working on that audio issue. Again, I do notice that the audio is sounding a little bit off. Just a couple days ago, we did take a little bit of a power hit here at the station from lightning, but now it sounds like everything is back to normal. So again, if you were watching us the other night with our severe weather coverage, we did take a lightning strike here at the station. It did seem to mess up the audio at times, but now it sounds like the audio has gone back to normal. Now, if you hear it too, that is back to normal, just be sure to let me know in the comments, and we'll continue on. All right, I see better. Excellent. That's what I want to see. All right, so we're good to go ahead and get started. Sorry about that problem at the beginning, guys. Let's go ahead and jump into this. Moles right now at a heavy level. We're going to continue to see them stay pretty heavy as we probably hit throughout the next couple of days here, because again, rain helps to increase mold, and that's just what we have in the forecast throughout the weekend, which actually is what we like to see. It is nice to have some rain in the forecast, and that's just again going to continue here as we head throughout the next few days. So for today, here's what we have on the tower cams. You see a lot of cloud cover. You see that we are dealing with a little bit of rain in parts of the region, not so much in northwest San Antonio. San Antonio Airport looking cloudy and looking kind of gloomy out towards Calaveras Lake. 60s and 70s all across the board. I see everyone saying, yes, the audio is good now. Yes, I'm very happy to hear that. Again, we took that power hit just a couple days ago, and that caused a lot of audio issues at times, but thankfully, I'm glad that we figured out a way to get that fixed, and hopefully we can make it through the future without having any more audio issues here, guys. So let's take a look at the radar. Again, the radar is showing a lot of shower and thunderstorm activity in some spots, especially near the coastal plains. That's where we had widespread thunderstorm activity this morning near Victoria. Goliad had some of that too. And then you see that up towards Cuero before it shifted off to the northeast. This is good soaking rain. You know, last weekend we were talking about this upper level cutoff low that was possible. And then once we headed into Monday and Tuesday, the weather models flipped on us. They said it's not going to happen. And our chances for rain went down. But then the weather models switched back saying, oh yeah, it's happening, cutoff low. And cutoff lows are drought busters. That's what we have going on right now. Lots of heavy rain. You see some of that rain off towards the hill country. This is perfect. This is exactly what we need to push back the drought. I see Jenny saying the ground where I live is nasty, South Texas and sand and clay. This is a flooded mess. I'm already over it. Jenny, I know. I mean, so it's some people say the best way to cure a drought is a flood. Now, I don't want a flood. Hopefully we don't get one. Hopefully we don't get any more in the way of heavy rain, but we do have flash flooding possible over the next 24 hours. So unfortunately, this is what we're going to have to deal with. We're going to have to deal with a wet mess outside. But thankfully, it hasn't been as wet recently, and that means that we're not going to end up with as much of an issue from the heavy rain that we have this weekend compared to if we already had a lot of heavy rain just a couple weeks ago. So, looking at the state of Texas, you see a lot of shower and thunderstorm activity across the state. Not everybody's seeing it, but again, we are going to have better chances as we hit throughout the weekend. You notice 7 p.m. on Saturday. Until then, we have a flash flood watch in place for Atascosa, Bexar, Comal, Guadalupe, Wilson, Karnes, over to Gonzales County and stretching down to the southeast there. So You see the flash flood watch in place. That means conditions are favorable or are going to be favorable for flooding to occur. And you're going to see that in future clouds and radar in just a moment. Right now, right now you see that we are going to see some heavy rain here as we head throughout the weekend. Notice by the time we get to 5 p.m., seeing a few heavy showers up towards Kendall County, Gillespie County. This is going to be really good soaking rain off towards the hill country as we head into this afternoon and into tonight. That's good news because remember, that's going to be what helps to refill the aquifer. That's also going to help to push back the drought. So we need that rain. We also need it for some of our hill country lakes like Medina Lake and off towards Canyon Lake, which are still very low and really do need the rainfall. Even with the rain that we had just a couple days ago, they still are behind. They need more rain. Notice by 10:30 p.m., we see the shower activity pick up a little bit down to the coastal plains. Now, you're about to see the time period that I'm thinking is going to be more concerning for flooding. I'm going to talk all about that as we go through the timeline here. We're going to go through real slow. That way everybody can see it. Now, even though the hill country isn't under a flash flood watch, I want you to keep a close eye on it as we head throughout Saturday morning. Now, this is 2 a.m. Light to moderate showers. Kind of setting up the stage for before we get the heavy rain here, which will be later in the morning on Saturday. By 5:30 a.m., seeing some showers and storms off toward the Rio Grande. And then once we get to 11 a.m. on Saturday, look at all the thunderstorm activity along Highway 90 as it pushes north. This is going to lead to some really heavy rainfall and possibly a flash flood situation even for parts of the hill country. Even though you're not in that flash flood watch, I would still keep a close eye on the radar as we head throughout Saturday morning and into the early part of Saturday afternoon. There's the really heavy stuff. This is why we have the flash flood watch in place for the coastal plains and stretching over towards parts of the I-35 corridor. 2:30 p.m. on Saturday. Look at that heavy rain stretching all the way up from Gillespie County down towards portions of Floresville, all the way down to Beeville. This is going to be that really heavy setup from that cutoff low that's going to really just drench the region, and that's going to help to push back the drought. But unfortunately, again, it could be a little bit too much all at once. That's not what we want to see. Something else that could be associated with these storms, we could have a severe storm or two, and that could also lead to a tornado warning. We may have we could have the possibility of a tornado on Saturday. Now, here's the good news. The chances for severe weather are much lower compared to what they were a couple days ago. So we're going to continue to watch for the chance for a strong to severe storm for Saturday, but the chances for severe weather much lower. Maybe an isolated storm or two could go severe compared to all those severe alerts that we had just yesterday. So by 2:30 p.m. on Saturday, it was yesterday morning, but really more Wednesday night. So for Saturday, notice the heavy rain there across the coastal plains. It continues to push through, and you notice how things seem to be spinning as it moves out of here. That's going to be from that upper level low, and I'm going to go ahead and bounce it back just a little bit. Notice by the time we get to 6 p.m., 4, 5, 6 p.m., things start to quiet down, but we still have some lingering showers in the hill country. We're going to continue to see chances for rain all the way until you wake up on Sunday morning. Then the rain moves out of here, and we get a good chance to go ahead and dry up a little bit after we've had a very wet couple of days. And guys, that's actually going to really help against the drought. Again, it's this cutoff low. You see this little dot that's located over El Paso. This is the big driver here behind our chances for our storms and the much needed rainfall that we have. That's the driver right there. And watch as it swings through and gets out of here as we head into Sunday. Once we get into Sunday, it shifts off to the east, and that means that we get drier conditions, but I think we still could have a little bit of rain chances here as we head throughout next week. We're going to talk about that in a second. Here's your 7-day rainfall forecast. Notice the dark purples, the reds. That's the good stuff, guys. Anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of rain. Now, parts of South Texas closer to the Rio Grande, we're going to be talking more about maybe 1 inch to 1.5 inches, like Eagle Pass and further south, getting closer to our neighbors in Laredo. But we're talking about widespread 2 to 5 inches of rain. That's some of the best rainfall numbers that we have had, and I would say possibly even all the way back to last May. Remember, last May was a very wet month, and this is going to rival it. We have had a ton of rainfall the last couple of days. We are ahead now for the month of April. We're still behind for the year, but after this next week, that may change. We may be ahead for the year by the time we finish up for the next 7 days. So here's the drought monitor. You'll notice that it worsened compared to where it was at a couple days ago. But we just had the rain, and the drought monitor updated yesterday, right? Well, that's because the data for the drought monitor is taken from Tuesday to Tuesday, and then the map updates on Thursday. So this is only taking in data all the way up to this past Tuesday. The map may have updated yesterday, but it doesn't have the new data with all the rain that's associated. Now, by this next Tuesday, new data will be in. The map updates next Thursday. This map is going to look so different thanks to all the rain that we've had. Take a look at the aquifer. The aquifer has seen a lot of improvement, up to 655.3 feet. That's 1.2 feet up compared to where it was at this time yesterday. It's raining right now in the aquifer recharge zone, so it's just going to keep going up, guys. Here's a look at the rainfall by month. You see that April is now above average, which is good. We were at 0.88 on Tuesday, and here we are on Friday, back up to 4.04. You see, we are behind for the year, so we have caught up a ton. We're within an inch of being at par where we should be for this time of year, but we're still behind just a little bit. We're hoping to head to Spring Branch on Saturday. Maybe not yet. Not a good weekend for it, Gloria. You know, we've got a lot of great weekends, though, coming up. We're moving into the summertime. All the water swimming holes across South Texas are going to be replenished. It's going to be great. This rainfall is so nice because, you know, you got to have these swimming holes, they've got to have good running water through them every once in a while because it helps to clean everything out and also helps the ecosystem. So these large rain events are going to really help our waterfalls in the region, our springs, the aquifer. It's going to help to really just replenish everything. This rain is going to really make it so that the rest of May may even be better for those who want to head out and enjoy some of the beautiful waterways like myself here across South Texas. So this is really beneficial rain that we're having. Now the next 7 days, again, showing those rain chances. Again, I said that we could have this kind of continue into next week. That's because there's going to be a trough across the U.S. that's going to kind of guide more rain possibly our way there for the early part of the week. So Friday, Saturday, big chances for rain, 90% chance for storms on Saturday. Remember, there could be an isolated storm or two that becomes severe. We're going to watch that closely. I'll be in, as well as meteorologist Megan Massey all day, keeping everybody updated behind the scenes and on air. And then as we head into Sunday, rain chances start to taper a little bit. They continue, though, for Monday and Tuesday with 20% chances. And you see the temperatures. It's going to be really average by the time we head into the middle of the next week with lows in the 60s, highs in the mid-80s. Nothing too bad there. Now let's look beyond the 7-day forecast. From day 8 through day 14, it looks like we're going to get a period of drier conditions. So we're going to switch from this really wet pattern to a little bit drier here as we head into the early to middle part of the month of May. So below average rainfall expected there. What about the temperatures? Looks like above average. So upper 80s, lower 90s for highs. That would be above average for this time of the year. Quick look at your Lone Star 3-day forecast. Looking like we have temperatures in the 70s and 80s over the next few days across the state. Lubbock could hit 92, though, on Sunday with breezy conditions. And you see, just like how we are having thunderstorm activity this weekend, a lot of the rest of the state seeing that too, because this is a big upper-level low. It's going to be impacting a lot of the region. Let's take a look at the coast. If you're headed to the beach this weekend, it may be a lot of time in the hotel or the condo because it's looking like a stormy day out on the water. Remember, riptides could be even increased this weekend from a lot of the thunderstorm activity, so please be careful if you're going to be out there on the beach or around the water. Want to make sure everybody stays safe whenever they do travel off in that direction. And tomorrow, not the best day to head out to the Texas state parks, but I wanted to show you the Texas State Park forecast because it does show rain really across the board. And remember what I was just talking about. Some of our waterways, they need this rainfall to replenish. The waterfalls in the region are going to be gorgeous. If you've never been up to, now this state park isn't listed on here, but if you've never been up to Colorado Bend State Park in San Saba County, it's north of Llano. I will tell you now, it is a stunning park. There's a huge waterfall there called Gorman Falls. That one's going to be replenished too. I strongly suggest checking that one out. But if you're looking for a state park that has some beautiful waterfalls nearby. Pedernales Falls State Park there in Blanco County, absolutely stunning. You can go check out some of the streams that run through Enchanted Rock State Natural Area. Devil's River State Natural Area is going to get a little bit of a replenishment of water through there, so that's one that I've been wanting to check out. Blanco State Park has a beautiful place to jump in the water and experience the beautiful river through there. And then also you could go check out places like Palmetto State Park. Lost Maple State Natural Area has a few swimming holes there. We have beautiful state parks across the region. Be sure to go check all those out. So let's bump it back up to the 7-day forecast, guys. Again, a lot of chances for rain over the next few days. We're going to have new model data that's going to come in here as we head into this next hour. I'm going to be giving an update today on Kent's 5 at noon. We have our noon show. Be sure to tune in. We're going to have the latest update for showers and storms, talking a little bit more about what we're going to expect this weekend with that possibility of flash flooding. Meteorologist Andrew Wilson has this afternoon off, so I'm filling in for her. And then Weather Chief Bill Taylor's in at 4, 5, 6, and 10. I'm going to be working on a few things behind the scenes, keeping everybody updated on digital as well with Kents5.com. We're going to have a story out on there that's going to keep everybody updated on the event all throughout the weekend. So be sure to check that out. And if you don't have that Kents 5 app just yet, we're live on it right now. And you can get alerts whenever we go live to do these updates. You can get alerts on your phone. We were also live on the Kents 5 app all throughout the severe weather event that we had a couple nights ago. I was able to answer people's questions, keep everybody updated, and you were also able to know when there's a severe thunderstorm or tornado warning issued for your area with that Kents 5 app, because we put pushes out just to it, just so you know, oh, I know what's going on in the area. Great tool to have whenever we have a chance for strong storms, and we'll of course continue to update that and keep everybody updated throughout the weekend. So I'm going to keep everybody updated here. Once we head into the noon show, I'm going to go get ready for the noon show right now. So I hope you all have a wonderful Friday. Stay dry out there, and we'll keep you updated on everything right here at Kents 5.